But
So you said at the beginning that 40% of the glass at the sorting facility normally is, I guess, stuck to plastic or is not
Contaminates other materials, yeah.
Okay, and is not actually bailed out to.
yeah, so what happens in most facilities is that it will go from here, go into a recycling truck. It gets contaminated because it gets commingled with a lot of stuff. And you know what? I'm sure you guys are really good about it, but I know I've noticed in the student center, people have just chucked their Anna's like burrito into the recycle bin. You know, and things happen like that. It's not like it's very hard to stop that. So besides like contaminants of food, there's glass is the biggest contaminant. It gets sorted. There's some sort of sorting that occurs, but the quality of material that does get sorted is of less quality because of the fact that it has to go through this whole process. There's also an energy savings to it because the material gets sorted at source. The only thing that's happening is that the material gets picked up and goes right to a baling facility. Versus in the blue bin, it gets picked up, driven to a material recovery facility, and then there's energy put in to sort it there, and then go to like a baling facility or a pelletizer, and then gets to a manufacturer. So I mean, the best source of, like in my town in Somerville, they just started single stream, and I'm kind of against it. I still sort my material out and I put it out there because I know it's better, you know. So, but that's just me. So.
Do they still put it in the single stream regardless?
I keep it separate. I know if they put it in the whole thing, then I'm just like, well, it's your thing, you know.
Yeah, that's another thing that we heard is a concern for a lot of students that don't necessarily understand where their materials are going. I mean, a lot of times there's been pictures, there's been videos of people, you know, just emptying it out the recycling bins, but putting them in the same, you know, landfill or in the same trash as everything else. We completely eliminated that by actually really separating the bags that we have provided with the clear recyclable material. We guarantee you that is not going to end up in a garbage full of everything else. This is not going to be in the landfill.
Okay.
It is valuable material that the beverage manufacturers really want back. I mean, they're paying us for it, so they take on the responsibility to actually take care of it, recycle it, reuse it, and it's theirs.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Are there problems with people putting like non-recyclable materials in there?
We've had some problems where somebody put a vodka bottle in, and the machine kind of got stuck, you know, because it just was this oblong bottle and didn't know what to do with it. So yeah, stuff does go into it. There's one of the reasons why the machine is also expensive, is that fraud is a huge aspect of distributors. So one of the things that's with the machine is not only does it scan the UPC, it's also got a shape recognizer in it, because a lot of people can take a UPC, put it on a Starbucks cup, and throw it in there. So the machine will know, it's like, okay, it says it's a Coke can, but it doesn't look like a Coke can, and it'll throw it out.
So yeah, I don't know if you can see the little mouse right here. This is our non-compatible container, like chute in a sense. So when you put in a container that we don't accept, I mean, or that we don't have the UPC for yet, or it's something that, you know, you peeled out the label, so we don't really know what it is. It just comes out of here.
That black one,
So it's a bit of an easy, you know, thing. It's not like.
Yeah. You had a question?
Yeah, I have two questions.
Sure.
So first, I don't know if you talked about it, but I want to know a little bit the history of your startup and
Sure.
Sort of its nucleus. And then on top of that, going on your point of they just moved to single stream, I think the trend is sort of single stream.
Right.
And I think the reasoning for that is it seems easier for the user. And, you know, how can this machine adapt? Is it going to start taking paper bags as well?
Yeah, you know, you're right. I mean, so just to answer your second question, I don't think it'll take paper bags at any point. Well, it'd be great if it did. But I can definitely see the machine taking in soup cans, wine bottles. It can definitely take in lotion bottles. You know, anything with a UPC on it. It can scan it. It'll know what material it is, and it'll throw it in there. I think it can do that in the future. I do think that single stream is actually a great process for paper and cardboard and maybe the Dixie cups and things like that. I think that that's a huge aspect behind it.